You're invited to spend an evening on Fremont Avenue. For generations, this house has been home to soulful music, good food, and cutthroat card games. Saints and sinners. Unexpected laughs and unspoken truths. Good times, hard times, and of course, family. Always family. So pull up a chair and join us at Fremont Avenue. A world premiere play only at Arena Stage. Performances start October 8th. Tickets at arenastage.org.
Last week, we watched The Lord of the Rings.
This week, we watched Excalibur.
The connection is that they both feature a man with a sword.
Oh, a big, strong man. That's just what I need in this very sexist sort of movie. I don't know. It didn't really have any strong female. It's a tough one for women in this one.
Put down your sword and get the weaker weapon this week, listeners, because it's oldie but a goodie.
Why are they getting a weaker weapon?
Well, because the pen's more powerful than the sword. But we want the sword on this one.
Yeah, this time we're just gonna be inferior.
Yeah.
Writing is for nerds. This is the Chad episode.
It's Oldie but a Goodie, a podcast where we watch movies that are vaguely related to the last movie that we watched, and the last one was Lord of the Rings, which had Frodo has a sword. Actually, a bunch of men had a sword, and in this one, another man has a sword. So we're reviewing Excalibur.
You could have even done, the connection is there's a sword that is reforged, except in the Lord of the Rings one, they don't do the sword reforging, so...
They don't do that. Well, I was also going to be like, is a magic sword, like Sting and Excalibur, yeah. That's not too bad. Or it could be like, is a sword that glows a primary color?
Wow, that's very specific. But... Wait, no, but green isn't a primary color. It glows green, right?
Yeah. No, you're right, actually.
Just glows a color could work.
For some reason, I thought it was blue in this movie, but it was green.
Yeah.
No, you're right.
No, it was green. It was green, I'm pretty sure.
Anyway, your name is Zach. My name is Sandro, and we're doing Excalibur.
Excalibur! Incels everywhere, unite! The greatest movie of all time.
Why incels? I'm intrigued by...
This has the whole, chivalry thing, right? You know?
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
And, incels like to think they're very chivalrous.
And they also like to think that they understand movies where it's like, yeah, that was the obvious thing about it.
Yeah, obviously I have to bang my sister and...
yeah. They always take the wrong message from movies as well, yeah.
and kill people over my cheating wife, you know?
I liked my connection, first of all.
Oh, yeah, connection's good.
I think it was good.
Honestly, normally I'd complain about it, but this time, there was a lot of men with swords.
Yeah.
There was a lot of men with swords the last week. I kind of have to give this one to you. There were swords everywhere.
I mean, I could have gone for a less broad connection, but,
broad
I think
sword, you might say?
But, we're probably going to do this format again next year, and we're probably going to keep all the banned connections from this year on next year's show as well. So just cutting out some of those big ones, like a man with a sword, it's going to make it more fun next year. It's going to make it fun. So that's why I did it for the long game. That's what I'm doing.
Well, when I come up with a really broad connection to next week's episode, you can't say anything, all right? I just want that to be clear.
I think you've already done some broad ones.
Oh, very broad.
I don't think we've done is a movie yet. We have to end this format on is a movie.
That's so true. I didn't even think of that. Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Every time you're like, but how are we going to connect this one? And I'm like, we'll figure it. We'll make up the connection later. You can figure it out. Like, that guy has a beard. Done. Beard is the connection,
man with beard.
right? You can go so vague.
You can get really vague. I like coming up with connections where I'm like, I want to find a movie that's a movie where a bunch of people just hung out, or like, I want to find a movie with 3 nipples on a human being.
Yeah.
And make that all my connections.
Yeah. You work backwards in your connections.
Yeah. I work backwards, but sometimes you just gotta do a man with a sword. You just gotta do a whatever the fuck, going on a quest, whatever you did for Goat Story and Lord of the Rings.
Absolutely.
Sometimes you just gotta do silly ones like that and it works out. Because, Zach, you get a good movie.
Yeah.
Am I talking about last week or this week? Let's find out. Excalibur. We're going to do non-spoilers and then spoilers. It's King Arthur and the Round Table, kind of. There are some spoilers here because of the twists and turns. So
absolutely.
If you want to watch it, just listen to non-spoilers.
I'm going to be on my incel arc this whole episode. So
oh God, you really because of the chivalry. But I feel like the chivalry in this movie is kind of a bad thing. I don't know. That's kind of like how I read it. There's some stuff in here where I'm like, the problem is that they're old-fashioned.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm on my incel arc. That's literally the point, Sandra.
Oh, is that the point?
Yeah. I'm saying, yeah. I'm saying that the characters depicted in this movie were the incels, you know?
It's true, actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Non-spoiler first impression. What did you think of this movie?
Man, it was rough for women.
I mean, that's fair. Look.
First criticism. No. Let's move on from that sort of aspect. Because it was a different time.
Hang on. I'm gonna bring something. If you're gonna bring that up as a negative towards the movie, I've got to bring something up, Zach.
Okay, go ahead.
It's better than Lord of the Rings, though, because it has women in it.
I disagree.
You would, wouldn't you?
Because at least Eowyn does fucking something.
In the books? Or in the... I was talking specifically about the 70s animated movie.
I got nothing for that one, Chief. Galadriel's there. She gives them some gifts.
She's there. I feel like...
At least no one wants... Well, actually, Gimli wants to fuck Galadriel. But, like... At least she isn't fawning over dudes, like...
That's fair. Anyway,
moving
on from that.
I think you win out of that argument.
Yeah. I'll win.
But, besides the obvious, like, boys will be boys environment that was in this film, I would like to describe it as...
Knights of the Round Table, more like Knights of the bloody locker room. Am I right?
Boys in the locker room.
Knights of the
Reddit post.
Knights of the 4chan.
Yeah, fucking got him. No, this was pretty good. I enjoyed this film. I thought it was like what it does is it like crams every fucking. A story it can possibly find for Excalibur and the Knights of the Round Table and all that. But I thought it was alright. It does like have to speed run through all of them. And I was like, I opened up a 2-hour film. I was expecting like a long haul.
Yeah.
You know, I was expecting a slow pace. No, it's like, all right, this thing. All right, this thing. All right, this thing. All right, he's aged 20 years. We're 20 years in the future now. All this has happened. I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
But you know
what?
Then
you're like, whoa, it's over? When that happened?
Yeah, right? But hear me out. I think it has aged better in that aspect than some of the other films.
In terms of the pace?
Yeah, because TikTok Zoomers, they're not going to be sticking around for all these other movies because they've got all this boring downtime, you know? Whereas in this movie...
They like their 3-minute short films, and this is just a collection of 3-minute short films. You're right.
It's 2 hours of like there's still like 10-minute short films, but
some
like,
here and there.
It's enough, I think, that the Zoomer mind could really enjoy this one. You know,
I think this movie's a little bit too artsy for the Zoomer headspace.
You could edit in some MLG, like whenever. Like King Arthur or something's like fighting someone. It could be like you could have what you need is subtitles, right? That's the number one thing, right?
Yeah.
You get some subtitles in, and then maybe some aura farming, like heavy music playing and then some like fadeaway cut shots of him just standing there, you know?
That could be good.
That'll
could be
keep
good.
them attentive. Maybe some subway
and like
surfers down
some
the bottom.
reaction shots too. It's like, you fucked your sister. Boy! Like some stuff like that I think would really help the kids.
I don't know. I think you've gone in the opposite direction, actually.
I think that would help.
Although, big Lannister energy, for real.
Definitely. It's not, yeah. All right, you liked it. I'm glad. That's good.
Yeah, but besides, there's like a few flaws in the movie, and I think we've named already a few. I had a great time. This is definitely like a boys will be boys, as I said, movie. This is a boy movie. Yeah. I don't know. Did your partner watch this film?
She was playing games while I was watching it and she was half watching it.
Valid.
So, yeah.
Any thoughts on this movie?
Enjoyed it though. Like thought it was a fun time. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's good. I think if you're familiar with the stories...
I think if you're a fantasy fan, you'd probably get behind this.
Oh, absolutely. No, it's not just people who are familiar with the stories, but I think if you're familiar with Excalibur and the legends around it, it makes the viewing experience more enjoyable because you know what's going on 90% of the time. Because I feel like if you didn't, there's certain parts of the story where it's like, you're not sure what the heck's going on.
Yeah, I think there's some points where it jumps forward and it'll be like, what? Why? Who is this guy? What is this?
But we can sort of like figure it out because we know the stories and the legends behind it. But
yes, definitely. Okay, those are some good first impressions.
What did you think, Sandra?
I went into it being like, I'm just intrigued by this. I'm intrigued by a dark fantasy Excalibur movie, but I didn't expect to love it. But Zach, here's the thing: I think I kind of love this movie.
Ooh.
I think I kind of really, really enjoyed it.
Oh, Sandra's an incel. Gotcha.
There was no, it's true. I am. It's correct. I am. That's why I'm still on Twitter. That's why I'm the only one who's still there.
That's a bit of a red flag there. Absolutely.
Just me and my Snyder Bros.
Musk. Yeah.
True.
And all the Snyder Bros. I can't forget them. Yeah.
Yeah. We're just over there selling crypto and watching this on repeat.
Hell yeah, dude. And all of Zack Snyder's films, yeah.
Yeah, and The Matrix as well.
Ooh,
but I don't understand The Matrix. Therefore, I am an incel.
Only the second Matrix and up.
Hang on. Are you saying people who enjoy The Matrix sequels are incels?
I'm not saying they're not.
I feel like you're less of an incel because the queerness of the Wachowskis comes out from like 2 onwards.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you're right. I think they hate 3 onward.
You know what? I'd agree with that. Or maybe they like 3 and 4. I forgot there was a 4th one. They like 3 and 4, but they
definitely hate 4.
but they don't understand it.
Yeah, I think they like 1 and 2.
Yeah.
3 they're like went woke. 4 they despise and they lampoon on Twitter.
For real. Yeah, no, exactly. Actually, I think you're probably right there.
Sorry, X.com.
That's I always think of a different site when that's said.
Yeah, I know, right? Because everyone fucking does. Anyway.
Exactly. Anyway, there was a scene about 20 minutes in where you had King Arthur as a teenager running through the forest while Merlin taunts him, and I just thought to myself, I actually kind of love this. Like, it's really cheesy, but it's cheesy with like art behind, the fucking all of the sets, all of the costumes, all of the props, all of the weird trippy visuals. All that is like so much thought behind it, but it also allows itself to be like, Arthur! I'm a good silly old wizard. It's good. It's fun. I was expecting it to be
better than the Prime Lord of the Rings series, am I right?
Oh, so much better than the Prime Lord of the Rings. I was expecting it to be like Conan. I was expecting it to be kind of cheap, but still pretty fun. But instead it's like...
just as sexist, but
Well, yeah, no, exactly. And but not as racist as...
That's true. That's true. This is great because it's not racist because there's no one but white people in this film.
Wait, hang on. No, that makes it racist. Well,
there's no one to be racist to. And Sandro, as an incel...
Hang on, I'll put my
incel
hat on. I'll put my incel hat... Actually, they wouldn't have even existed at that point. So, they wouldn't have been...
Sorry. I need to unpack that. What do you mean by that? Like, black people didn't exist? Like, Asian? Like, they did not exist? Or they didn't exist in the area? What do you mean?
I haven't gone far enough into the incel racist mindset to answer that question.
Yeah. I think that complaint is usually for, like, race swapped. I think they get really mad.
Oh, right. Is that what it is?
Sort of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like one of the dwarves can't be black because it was Lord of the Rings. It's set in
and it's like Jesus it's all fantasy. An Arab man? I don't understand.
That's true. Yeah.
Incels, they're so funny.
Incels are hilarious. If you're an incel, having to listen to this show, we think you're pretty funny, but also fuck off.
Whoa. No, but keep listening and recommend to all your incel friends.
Yeah, that'd be pretty funny.
Post
anyway,
it on 4chan.
Why are we going... What is this podcast turning into?
It's me being very tired and dehydrated. I need to drink some more tea.
I bet that's tea. But yeah, no,
English breakfast.
I really, and yeah, I was expecting to watch this over 2 nights, and I got it all done in one sitting because it's such a breakneck pace. It's just really good. I just really liked it. And then it's like, I was like, I see what you mean about the women characters. I think I was kind of expecting that because it is Knights of the Round Table.
But it's as you pointed out, it's the exact same criticism that you could throw at Lord of the Rings.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I have to ignore it. I can't speak about it anymore because otherwise Lord of the Rings might get criticized.
But I mean, I think they don't do Guinevere very well, but Morgana's done really well, I think.
Ooh, yeah, Morgana's fun.
Like, the cast are great. There's some people in this where I'm like, what the fuck are you doing here? Just, like, shows up for a couple scenes. It's, like, a huge name. I don't know. I love this. I really enjoyed it. So, yeah, there we go. But, Zach, one thing to talk about is, obviously, Excalibur has been adapted.
Yes.
Many times. We've got King Arthur movies, Merlin.
Yep.
What is your history with this story, and why is it the incredible rom-com that is the Merlin TV show that went for 5 seasons in the late noughties, early 2000s?
I have seen episode. I tried to get back into that at one stage.
I feel like everyone did and didn't catch. It's very hard to rewatch.
Yeah, I tried to rewatch it, and I think I watched one episode, and I was like, nah, I could do something else.
Was it when you got up to the CGI dragon that looks like...
Yeah, it was very specifically that. I was gonna say. Wow. I feel called out after that.
No, it's a good show. I love it. I was describing the show to my partner the other day where I was like, it's such an interesting show because you've got really dark episodes where it's like, my name's Merlin, I'm gonna die protecting you, Arthur, and he's like, I've got a crush on you, we love each other, and they're like, and then Morgana's there, like, I'm gonna kill all of you, and then the next episode, it's like, I'm a goofy little goblin running around the castle, no one can catch me!
Yeah.
It's such a weird show.
That's great. No, anyway. But what they really need to do, which I don't think they've done yet, is they need to get, like, the apprentices of Merlin, right? You following?
Yeah, the apprentices of Merlin.
Yeah, and they do, like, a battle across the centuries where they're fighting each other. But then one of them gets, like, trapped in an urn or some shit.
Yeah,
and then we cut to, like, modern day, so it's like a modern day setting. And then the apprentice of Merlin needs his own apprentice because the Morgana or whatever she is escapes. And then Nicolas Cage has to fight with the assistance of the kid he's recruited.
Wow.
And then there's a giant CGI flying gargoyle. What was it? It was a hippogriff, right?
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be a great movie that people can go and see at patreon.com/Oldie But a Goodie Pod. It's called The Sorcerer's Apprentice that we reviewed last year. Yeah,
they did make that movie. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But otherwise, I think that's most of my experience with this.
Okay.
I like the Merlin story.
You haven't watched the Merlin show with Sam Neill from the 90s or any of the other movies that have come out over all the years that aren't... I don't remember them very well. There's one where he's a kid and it's like the modern day. He's like a modern King Arthur.
I think I definitely have. I know there was a cartoon.
Oh, The Sword in the Stone.
Yeah, The Sword in the Stone. I watched that one.
That's a good one.
It's been very long since I've seen that. And of course, there's a million things in media. As you said, there's so much in it that I've been exposed to it, but there was nothing I specifically remember like seeking out and watching.
Wow. Okay. So this was your first like kind of full, pure Arthur myth piece of media then?
That I can remember. I definitely have watched things about the King Arthur and other things, but I think this is like the only one I can currently remember. So there you go. Yeah.
Okay. Well, there we go. Well, that's fantastic. Zach, I've got something too. I've got an admission.
Oh.
Yes. You might think that I only picked this movie because it's about men with swords and I wanted to watch it. But actually, this movie has a very big connection to Lord of the Rings that we did last week.
What?
But I couldn't find an actual connection to connect them. They're just like behind the scenes connections that aren't. So,
okay.
This actually is written and directed by John Boorman. Now, if you remember from last week, you'll be like, but didn't John Boorman write the original script for the Lord of the Rings movie from the 60s? Yes, he did.
Oh my goodness.
He wrote it and he wanted to direct it, but it was too expensive, so no one would let him, and then it went and became the animated thing. But then he was like, well, fine, I'll do Merlin and Arthur instead. And so he made this, and all of the imagery and sets and costumes were all originally made for Lord of the Rings. So that's why... That's why everything looks really cool.
It does give Lord of the Rings vibe as well.
Yeah, it does.
So there you go. Yeah. And I picked that up.
That's just a yeah.
And I made like one Prime joke, and I could have made a much bigger connection. I didn't even realize. That's crazy.
Yeah. There was a point where I went, hang on a second, why does this guy's army look like orcs in like armor?
Yeah!
Like their armor look like orc armor?
I was going to make that joke! I was going to make a joke. I was going to say they're fighting orcs, because they look like orcs.
Well, I didn't
realize
why.
Because they were actually orcs.
Yeah, that was probably made for the orcs, yeah. So that's pretty cool.
Crazy, yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And again, their suits of armor look way better than the ones on Prime, so that's great. Was it on Prime?
That's true.
Or is it
Which
Amazon?
One? Rings of Power?
Rings of Power.
Yeah, it's Amazon Prime, yeah.
Hey, well, it is Prime. I'm getting it right. I've already forgotten. It's been erased from my memory.
Every single time I think about that show, I'm like, you know what? I enjoyed some of it. I should go back. And then I remember young Gandalf and I want to jump off a cliff, honestly. So I just don't watch it. It annoys me too much. But speaking of annoying us too much, Zach, did any of the actors in this annoy you? What did you think of the performances? What did you think of the performances, of the sets and all the costumes and just the general vibe?
I don't think anything annoyed me.
Wow.
I'm trying to think. I'm scratching my head. Even the shitty little kid that we see at one point, no spoilers. But even I was like, that's kind of his vibe, you know?
Yeah.
It's kind of though, to be fair, I just labeled them as Lannisters from that point on, you know?
That's pretty fair.
They suited the vibe.
They did.
Sandro knows what I'm talking about.
Well, that's because I watched the movie. So
yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
It's facts, for real. No, I really liked the performances. I had a lot of fun. Again, it was kind of goofy. It was kind of silly. It was kind of fun.
Yeah.
So.
I think I got a bit worried when Merlin showed up for the first time. Not because of the actor, just because of that like that headpiece he had on. He had like a metal head cap thing. And I was like, that's kind of dumb. Great. But I eventually got into it a bit more. And I was like, oh, actually,
Merlin, here's the thing. Merlin was probably one of my favorites because of how, like, just, like, weird he is. It's not like he's, like, all-powerful being. He's just kind of a bit weird a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Which is definitely my Merlin, you know? Merlin's got to be, he's not going to be like this all-powerful, all-knowing wizard. He's just kind of got to be a bit goofy. He likes talking in riddles.
Yes.
But he's there to help out. But, like, I think the depiction of him in this, and I don't want to be any spoilers, but every time Merlin does something, it's at a cost of another thing.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
So he doesn't use his magics unless he, like, needs to. Because he knows that for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
And we see that happen in the film. Yeah. And I think that's a great depiction of magic itself.
Yeah, I agree.
It's this force that you could, you could magic away all these things, but it's gonna cause more problems than it's worth, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, sure it might deal with this problem right now, but maybe in the future it creates an even worse problem, you know? So you can't just magic everything away.
Yeah, maybe it makes a plot that could be a movie because there's so many things happening.
Yep.
Because there's just one thing that he did. I also liked as well how he's like a jaded Merlin. Because it's like, he knows that magic is slowly going away, right? He knows that, like, before this, it was a land of myths and magic, but that might be ending now. And so he's like, every time...
Stolen from Lord of the Rings, by the way.
Well, that's, I mean, that...
JK.
I think, I think you'll find that J.R.R. Tolkien was inspired by the Arthur legends.
Wait, legends inspired modern fantasy as we know it, and modern fantasy is inspiring current media? That's crazy.
It's pretty wild. Pretty wild. But I liked that part because he's like, I'm going to stop doing magic that often because people should stop getting used to it. And like small stuff like that was cool. But he also was really goofy. There's one moment where he's talking about like, I love nature. I love the dragon that is nature and the tongue of the dragon. It strikes like, and then there's like a lightning bolt and the actor's like, whoa. Oh, yeah, like that. Like he breaks character.
Like lightning. Yeah.
Just like dumb stuff like that was so funny.
Merlin was my favorite for sure.
He's
great. A great depiction.
I really liked Arthur as well. He kind of sucked, which was great. Lancelot was cool. But I think
it sped run through his story.
Lancelot, yeah.
Both Lancelot and Arthur. I think.
Well, that's true.
Arthur, even though he got way more screen time, still had his story sped run because it does like flaws of a character, right? It's like, this is their flaw now, and now we will solve it, right?
Yeah.
Whereas in a lot of other films, you might see a build-up to that character flaw.
Oh, yes. There is a big time jump with him where I'm like, what happened?
Essentially, every time they need him to have a flaw, there's a time jump before then, so they can be like, and he grew kind of grumpy now. You saw him just before, he was pretty chill, but now he's actually kind of grumpy. And then he realizes he's being a grump. And then that problem has been solved now, you know?
Yeah, I agree. I thought that was definitely maybe, not like a weak point, but definitely a point where I'm like, this could have been 2 movies or a show or something, just to expand on that. But I still thought he was good. I really did like Morgana. I liked how, well, one, she's played by Helen Mirren, who is a huge actor now. This is kind of like an early role for her. I loved how so many of these actors, they started off in cheesy fantasy movies in the 70s and 80s. I find it hilarious. Anyway, I liked her Morgana. I liked how her, like, all her outfits were, like, futuristic. Because she's, like, of a different... She's outside of time, kind of like Merlin, but almost more so than Merlin. And so she's got like classic 80s outfits in this fantasy movie, and it's really weird, but it also works a lot.
Well, yeah, well, I think that makes sense for someone who gets into these, like, mystical dark art sort of thing, because they can see the future.
Yeah.
They can literally see the future, right? So it makes sense if they kind of, like, styled themselves a bit more about the future, you know?
Yeah. Two more actors to mention, though. Two big ones that it was a surprise to see. Leo DeGrance, I think the king's name is bloody... What the fuck is Picard doing in this? Why is he there?
Patrick Stewart?
Why is Picard there? And he's got hair. I'm like, oh my goodness.
Whoa, wait a minute. Does this guy actually age? Hold up.
What?
Yes, I think Patrick Stewart's age can be summed up with hair to non-hair.
Yes.
Is how he ages. He doesn't age physically, he ages hair-wise.
Exactly.
But yeah, he's very young in this. He's young and smoking hot.
He is.
But he's still in this one. He's also a dad and like of a young woman who is now an adult. Like, so he's not that young.
I mean, he was 40-ish, I think, making this. Yeah.
No, but it was funny that, you know, it's crazy that he's still around and doing movies and stuff, you know.
Yeah, he's in Avengers Doomsday. He's coming back. He's doing
really?
things.
Far out.
They all are. So great,
man. Stop working for a bit, Patrick. Chill out.
I think he wants to, but he contractually can't.
That old chestnut. But yeah, he was good at this. I was hoping we'd see a bit more of him, but obviously it didn't quite work out that way. But yeah, he was sick.
Yeah, he wasn't a huge name at this point. I think he became more of an... he wasn't really a name until Star Trek, let's be honest.
Yeah. He was just... Yeah. He's just kind of like... He's an important character, but not in the movie a lot.
Yes.
Which is quite funny, you know, because nowadays, obviously, they would have probably... If he was doing the same movie right now, as he was right famous right now, he probably would have been one of the main knights, you know?
Yeah, no, definitely. But the biggest surprise for me, though, was as the character Gwaine, who, by the way, he didn't get the Green Knight story in this. I don't think you could have fit that into a 2-hour movie. Anyway, Liam Neeson, what's he doing here?
Whoa, yeah. That's funny.
Yeah.
I didn't really recognize him very well, though, at first.
Well, he's got, like, a fake beard on for most of the film, so it's hard to really,
At first, I absolutely could not tell it was him, and then only later on, I'm like, "Wait, that's my boy Liam." There you go.
I got a particular set of skills. I don't know what voice that is.
That's Liam Neeson. It's 100%. Yeah,
I got a set of skills. I'm gonna take my sword and I'm gonna kill.
That's Liam Connery, I think.
Why am I doing Sean Connery?
Yeah, Liam Connery.
The only thing taken from him was the ability to be within 3 miles of his wives.
Whoa!
Because he's dead. Anyway.
Oh.
Anything else to say?
No, I had a good time with this one. I enjoyed it a lot. You know, typical fantasy thing. I did watch this in 2 parts, only because I started watching it very late and didn't realize it was 2 hours long.
That's fair.
But there's a great point. I stopped it right when they made the like round table.
It's a good spot.
It would be where the intermission was normally. I'm pretty sure.
I agree.
It felt like where the intermission went, because they had those back in the day. And so then I watched the rest of it at work, and then there was some nudity on screen multiple times, and I was like, ooh.
It was very tastefully done. I was like, look at this art. Look at all these artistic sex scenes. I thought they were beautiful.
Yeah, my boss didn't share the same sentiment, but you know.
Oh, well, that's he doesn't appreciate art.
Yeah,
that's why.
That's what I said. I said, you don't appreciate art. And then he sent me home for the day. So, you know.
Wow. Yeah. I hope that's a joke. But anyway.
It was.
Okay, good. Yeah.
My boss didn't know that I was watching porn at my work. So there you go.
Yeah.
Some softcore porn at work.
Incredibly soft. Well, that's what I was. Because of the context of the movie.
I think some people were pretty hard.
Yeah. It shouldn't have been, though.
I'm talking about Excalibur, though. Because it's a magic sword.
Wait, which one?
Which is
the one
euphemism for his penis.
Yeah, okay, there it is. There it is. Yeah. That was a weird point where it broke and then he had to stick it into a leg.
He just kind of threw it.
The joke was his
penis.
Yeah. That was the joke there.
Sorry, we're still making
this
penis
is so
jokes.
late.
We haven't moved. We haven't moved on from this yet.
We haven't.
Can we move on?
Yes.
I'm rating this a goodie. I'm rating your joke an oldie. I'm rating my joke an oldie.
Oh, okay.
I'm rating Patrick Stewart a goodie.
Oh, I'm going to rate him an oldie because I don't forgive him for Picard. That's a shit show.
Ooh,
I hate it.
Haven't seen it because all my friends told me it was garbage. So you were one of those friends.
Yeah,
the others were a bunch of people who own every Star Wars, Star Trek, same thing.
Oh.
Every Star Trek piece of media, and they were like, no, we didn't like it. And I was like, oh, well, if you guys didn't like it, I don't know who would. So,
yeah. All right, a goodie from you. I love that. And I love this movie. So I'm also going to give it a goodie. I was expecting... Look, last week's movie, I probably should have given Lord of the Rings a goodie. I can't go back and give it one now, just because of retrospective ratings.
I think it deserves an oldie, not because it, didn't try and be good. It because it was cut off and they didn't get to do what they wanted to. If they were able to do what they wanted to do with the film, it would have absolutely been two goodies.
Yeah.
But because essentially studio meddling behind the scenes stopped it from being what it was supposed to be.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's definitely the issue there. But I was expecting this to be worse than Lord of the Rings. I was curious though, and turns out I think this is the Lord of the Rings of its time. I'm thinking about 80s fantasy movies, and I'm like, they're all kind of pulpy. They're all B movies, whereas this feels like a film.
Yes.
So I kind of love this movie. I'm gonna give it a goodie. I am going to recommend it. I might rewatch it at some point. I'd love to watch this on a big screen. That'd be sick. All that that stuff in the third act is going to be so cool on a big screen. Anyway.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it a big old goodie. Now, let's do some taglines.
All right.
Thumb up or a thumb down for these two taglines. No mortal could possess it. No kingdom could command it. Excalibur!
Does it say
No, it didn't.
In there?
No, it didn't.
Then I'm going to give this a thumbs down.
That's fair. You liked it with the though? That kind of added to it?
Yeah, if it said at the end there, I would have given it a thumbs up for sure. But because specifically the movie's about the people who can. So they can wield it and they can control it. So
that's pretty fair, actually, yeah. That's fair.
So false advertising, I'm going to say.
Forged by a god. Foretold by a wizard. Found by a king.
Ooh. I would have liked found by a boy better.
Oh, found by a boy.
Yeah, boy. Something like that. I think something like that maybe.
That could work.
King. It's trying to be very epic. I'm going to give it a shaky thumbs up.
I feel like this was more like The Sword in the Stone, like the Disney style of King Arthur.
I am thinking of that, which I've seen. And that's what I'm thinking of.
Okay. Well, yeah, some good taglines there, yeah.
Yeah.
What would your tagline be if you were to make up a tagline?
My tagline would be big, muscly boys battle because of bitches.
It's a terrible tagline. I'll give that a thumbs down.
Oh, yeah? What's your tagline then?
Big, battly boys have their swords and they're whacking them around.
I'm going to give that a thumbs up. Sounds great to me. Oh, dear.
Well, this is a bad episode anyway.
You're invited to spend an evening on Fremont Avenue. For generations, this house has been home to soulful music, good food, and cutthroat card games. Saints and sinners. Unexpected laughs and unspoken truths. Good times, hard times, and of course, family. Always family. So pull up a chair and join us at Fremont Avenue, a world premiere play only at Arena Stage. Performances start October 8th. Tickets at arenastage.org.
NetCredit is here to say yes to a personal loan or line of credit when other lenders say no. Apply in minutes and get a decision as soon as the same day. If approved, applications are typically funded the next business day or sooner. Loans offered by NetCredit or lending partner banks and serviced by NetCredit. Application subject to review and approval. Learn more at netcredit.com/partner. NetCredit. Credit to the people.
Well, howdy there. Liam Neeson here, back with another ad, and this one is really exciting because over on patreon.com/Oldie but a Goodie, the podcasters you're listening to right now, Sandra and Zach, have finally returned to their epic mega series on the X-Men franchise. They're up to the prequels. They're doing First Class, which is technically the second prequel because of Origins. Forget about it. Here's a clip. The year is 2011.
Good times.
In that year, I'm going to the cinema to watch X-Men First Class, the first X-Men movie I ever saw in the cinema.
I can relate to this, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Nice.
I look up at the name, and I'm like, damn, X-Men First Class. That must be because this movie is going to be first class, like premium, on a plane. It's the first class of a plane. It's premium. And Zach, it wasn't until 2 years ago that I realized that it's called First Class because it's the first class Professor X teaches. I genuinely thought it was because this movie was so premium. The whole time. That's why I thought it was called that.
Sheesh, that's some lore right there.
Well, you can grab that episode right now over at patreon.com/Oldie but a Goodie pod. It's a long one, too. It's the length of a normal episode. That's wild. That's so long. And as they get further into Fox's X-Men franchise, particularly the prequel era, those episodes might just get as long as 3 hours for X-Men Apocalypse, because that one's fantastic and they love it so much. Patreon.com/Oldie but a Goodie pod. Also get ad-free episodes so you never have to listen to me shill for Patreon ever again. I'm an American. My name's Liam Neeson. Let me get the URL in one more time. Patreon.com/Oldie but a Goodie pod. You sick of it yet? Yeehaw! Alright, we're gonna spoil the King Arthur story. There are some twists and turns in this. So, like, for example, at the start, how we open in the days of Uther Pendragon.
What's Uther up to? What's he doing? Who's he penning to?
He's not penning to anyone.
Is he penning to the dragon? Is that he's like riding?
He's riding the dragon.
Was he talking to Merlin then? Was Merlin the dragon?
Well, because in the TV show Merlin, which is of course the most accurate version of the Merlin story, Merlin is taught by a dragon. He finds a dragon in a cave, and then he's told how to do magic from that magic cave dragon. But in this one, the dragon is Earth. It's nature. The dragon is the nature of the planet.
Metaphysical, yes.
But do you think that there was a dragon at some point?
I think Merlin learnt sorcery from a diplodocus. I think he learned sorcery from a dinosaur.
Wow, okay.
And then he killed all the dinosaurs so he could be the only one that had magic. That's what I think.
That would be a really cool movie. Who would play Merlin in that movie?
Tom Hopper.
See, I was going to say Nicolas Cage, but Tom Hopper is also good.
Nicolas Cage would be a Merlin that killed all the other dinosaurs so that he could be the only one that knew magic. Yeah. That would be real, actually.
And it's also a sequel to Land Before Time. They're all adults.
Oh my god. He kills the Land Before Time?
Yeah. But he lets them live. He lives them live, but kills all the other... All the other dinosaurs.
Goodness, because otherwise that would be awful.
Yeah.
That's like Nicolas Cage's likability.
Just tanking.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And then he becomes his character in The Croods, and that was Merlin the whole time.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
No, that's... The Croods is a prequel to Merlin.
Oh, right. Yeah, gotcha. But wait, are there dinosaurs? Yeah. I haven't seen The Croods. Are there dinosaurs in The Croods?
I don't know. I haven't seen The Croods.
We're not qualified to talk about this then.
Or we're the most qualified to talk about it, if
true.
you think about it, you know. I'm going to say there definitely are, and eventually they'll find some with magic, and the guy learns magic, and then he kills all the dinosaurs, but then he's like, oh, I can't actually teach any of my family magic, so they all die, and then he's just a man wandering the earth as an immortal magic god being.
Yeah, what happens is he kills all the dinosaurs. He's there, he's standing in the rubble, and then he like comes across a baby and is like, man, and then credits, right? But then halfway through the credits, we cut to a museum. Maybe it's the night at the museum. It's like a famous museum.
Whoa.
We zoom in
on
the dinosaur, the Tyrannosaurus Rex, all the bones. And there's a man standing in front of it with a cloak on. He takes the hood off, and it turns around. It's Nicolas Cage, and he's like, I'll put you where you belong.
Whoa!
But then the dinosaur starts to move.
Yeah, and then it starts to like rattle behind him, and then it cuts.
And then it ends. Yeah. What a great movie.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm hyped. I'm already hyped.
I want to watch this one. Anyway.
But yeah, no, that actually would be interesting, because my theory, of course, in this universe where he killed all the dinosaurs to get the magic, is that once he did that, like, all of the dinosaur magic went to him, right?
Yes.
And so, because he's killed all the other dinosaurs, he essentially is a god at this stage, right? But he doesn't know it yet. But that magic is limited.
Oh, so he's running out.
So he spends the next 100,000 years.
Yeah.
Willy-nilly using magic here and there, you know, he's immortal, like, he's just doing whatever the crap he wants, and it's only after, like, 100,000 years that he starts realizing, oh, actually, this magic that I got off the dinosaurs, it is unlimited. The dinosaurs are actually the source of the magic.
Yeah.
Just like oil, you know, it's a limited resource, and he's burning through it.
So he tries to bring them back with the last of his dark magic, but then he creates a dinosaur apocalypse, but then he's like, it's fine, because if I kill them all, I can get all their magic again.
Oh my god, Merlin Dinosaur Apocalypse title.
Yeah.
Yo, that goes so hard.
Take that, Jurassic World 90. This is...
That would dunk on it. But also, we need to talk about this movie, else we'll never end this episode.
So Uther Pendragon is like, I'm the king. I'm going to combine all of the areas of England in the Dark Ages to make them one peaceful kingdom. I'm going to do that. And the king and then Cornwall, who's like his main nemesis, is like, sure, yes, sir, I will follow you and we will make peace. But here's the thing. Uther Pendragon finds Cornwall's wife pretty attractive. So, Zach, what does he ask Merlin to do?
He's like, hey, Merlin, this chick, help me. Sandra, I can't say what he does because I'm going to get cancelled on X.com and it's bad because he non-consensually has sex with a woman. I'm just saying, it's not a good look. It's
pretty bad, especially considering the fact that Merlin makes him look like her husband.
Yeah,
which is
Whoa,
pretty.
That's not okay.
Pretty bad.
That's very bad. It's pretty evil, I would say, honestly.
Evil.
And also, like, I'm just gonna point this out, and this is me putting on your incel cap right now.
Okay.
I'm gonna say, if there were no women in this movie, most of the problems go away.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, how do you feel about this movie that you loved and enjoyed, Sandro? That you rated a goodie? Because a majority of the problems are, I really want to bang this woman.
A lot, yeah. Well, no, I think a lot of the problems aren't the fact that there's women in the movie. I think the problems are the fact that men are like, they're objects, let's go.
No. It isn't the men who are actively pursuing the women at the cost of their entire country. No, it's the woman's fault.
You got the incel hat on. Oh, I understand why you're saying these things there. For a second there, I thought that you were being really fucking problematic.
No. You see, it's the victim who is wrong, Sandro.
Right. Yeah, no, that's...
It is the victim that is, let's say, to blame,
I'm going to say this. I'm going to say Excalibur you into the bin.
No! My hat!
No, for sure.
It is definitely the men who are the problem. It's just funny to me. It's like, if you did remove all the women, all the problems go away. But if you also weren't big pieces of shit to women, also the problems go away.
Well, I like that that's kind of a plot point as well, is, like, the problem here is that Merlin's like, you can't use the sword because you are too good for the sword. And then, like, the sword, like, Uther's killed by some guys, and he's like, I'm putting my sword into the stone so no one else can have it. If I can't have it, no one can have it. And, like, he puts it in the stone.
Yes.
And Merlin's like, well, that was a lot. The next king that Merlin finds, as soon as that guy starts being like, hey, I kind of got a crush on that person over there, Merlin's like, oh, fuck, no, not again.
Yeah, he learned his lesson. Yes, that's a good point. Yeah. Because, he helps the king in the scene, like, fornicate with a woman because that's what the king wants.
Yeah.
And it completely, like, because he's already torn up the nation because of this other woman. And it's just like, can you not find someone else to marry? Like, he literally unified the whole country and it was like, hang on a minute, your wife's pretty hot though. Let me get in on that.
Yeah.
And of course that ruins everything. And I'm like, God damn it, just keep it in your pants, man. Just keep it in your pants, man.
I like how while that sex scene is happening, Cornwall is trying to find Uther and then just trips and falls on a sword and dies. I thought that was...
Yeah.
Like, obviously it's because of the magic, like, that's the world corrected itself or whatever. But I thought it was funny how he tripped and died. I found that very entertaining.
Yep. Yeah. Pretty fucked up way to go, to be honest.
Definitely.
Yeah. It's because of this, like, the whole kingdom goes to shit.
Yeah.
And Merlin's like, well, now I have to restart now.
Start again.
Because the guy I chose to be king, wielding around Excalibur, got too horny. All right, gotta restart. So
what he's done is before he did the shape shifting, he was like, he did a Witcher, he did the Geralt. He was like, whatever is new after this is mine. He's like, that kid that you'll maybe make is going to be mine because Merlin knows.
That it is very interesting because he's like, yeah, I'm gonna take that kid off you.
Yeah.
He's like, oh man, but I actually wanted that kid now. And it's the same thing with every bloody fairy tale thing. It's like they promise the newborn. They're like, oh yeah, I'll give you the newborn. Then they have a baby, and then they're like, wait a minute, I actually like this newborn. Can I keep it? And it's like, no, that was the deal. Make a new one. Yeah. Like, come on. It always annoys me that they're never expecting them to have to pay for, the things they're supposed to pay for.
Yeah, exactly. No, exactly.
Stop promising newborns if you're not going to give them away. That's all I'm saying.
Yep. So anyway, then Merlin's like, well, gotta wait for this kid to grow up. He takes Arthur. So yeah, they make Arthur. The kid that Uther had with the lady who never comes back. Also Morgana is her other kid. That's another thing.
Yeah. So the plot is that this newborn is a half brother to Morgana.
Yeah.
Who is going to be important because, of course, her mother was betrayed and her father was killed by his father. And, it's all a bit messy in that.
Yeah.
I'm sure the upbringing of this lady will be fine and she won't become a sorceress who kind of like weirdly tempts Merlin. Like she's kind of hitting on him a bit to try and get what she wants. And he kind of does give her information. Yeah. And then he's like, oh man, actually you're kind of bad. Though. Actually, I gotta try and stop you actually.
So the actors for Morgana and Merlin both hated each other because of they did a play like a few years before this where they did not get along, and the director cast them both specifically so that the rivalry would come through.
Oh,
that's a way to do it. That's one way to do it.
That's hardcore. Yeah.
So
yeah, that's funny.
Yeah. Okay, so then we see Arthur. He's now 20, but he looks 40 because the actor was 40, and I love that. It didn't take me out of it. It just made it funny. So I wanted to bring it up. What happens? He pulls the sword out accidentally.
Yeah. So it's the classic tale of like, he's a squire for this knight, and this knight needs to fight in this contest of sorts. But oh no, I've left the sword at home. Uh-oh. I gotta get a sword for my knight, otherwise I'm gonna be in trouble.
Yeah.
Oh, look, someone left this stinky old sword lying in this stone over here. Let me yoink that out. Well, that was easy. Hey, knighty friend, look. I know it's not your sword, but I found a better one. Here you go. And he's like, yo, hold up. This is fucking Excalibur. What the shit?
What the fuck you do there? Put it back in the stone. Try it again. And he's like, all right, I will. And then some other guy's like, wait, no, me first. Oh, I can't get it. Yeah. Well, I'm Arthur. Bring it's mine. I don't know. I just kind of did it. I don't know what's going on here.
It's kind of easy, actually. Yeah. I liked how when someone asked, it's like, did you pull the sword out of the stone? He's like, yes, I did. Well, no, actually, Arthur did it. I really liked that as just a little detail, like this little thing. It's like, yeah, it was a bit more realistic dialogue there, you know?
I find it interesting as well, because the story of the sword and the stone, usually, I might be misremembering it, the story is anyone who is fit to be king could pull it out of the stone, and no one is fit to be king aside from the kid who pulls it out. In this movie, Merlin specifically rigs it so that only Arthur can pull it out. So it's not anyone who could be king, it's Arthur is the one who will pull it out.
But do you know what he did? He told everyone else that only someone who's worthy to be king can pull it out.
Exactly.
And then he enchanted it so only Arthur could pull it out.
Which is...
Bro, Merlin's behind the scenes, like, fixing things up.
He's doing
like,
so much
work. This match
work.
is fixed, you know? If you're doing bets on it, you better consult with Merlin. That's all I'm saying.
So we got this one guy... Urans, I think, who pops up during the movie. He's like, hey, yo, fuck you, Arthur. Who the fuck are you? Fucking taking the sword. I'm gonna take it off you. I'm gonna fight you. And Patrick Stewart's like, nah, I like this kid. I like him. I like the kid a lot.
He's meant to be. He's meant to be the king. You know, you can't do that.
But Patrick Stewart's like, nah, fuck you. I like Arthur. And so the guy who wants to be king's like, I'm gonna do a siege on you. I'm gonna siege you, Picard. You can't do anything about it. I'm gonna kill you. And then Arthur's like, well, I gotta go and save Patrick Stewart, I guess. And so he does. And then he confronts the guy who wants to be king, right? And he's like, you can't be king because you're not even knighted. And so Arthur's like, here, have Excalibur, knight me.
Yeah, that was, I like that scene. That's a sick scene.
Yeah.
Because then the knight's like, well, I was meant to kill you, but you just kind of gave me a sword. And like, he's mad and he doesn't want that guy to be king, but he's still a knight and kind of has this realization.
Yeah.
That he's a knight. And so he knights him. He's just like, yeah, you're brave as shit. That was a power play. All right, sure. I'll knight you. Bam. It's a great scene because it's funny. They have the rushed knighthood, which also comes back a bit later. They have another rushed knighthood.
Which also turns out to be, incredibly important.
Important, yeah.
Destiny.
So just rush your knights. Yeah. You know, just knight people willy-nilly.
That's what I do in chess. I'm always rushing my knights, and it always turns out very poorly. I lose the
you're
game.
Turning your pawns into knights instead of queens. That's a bit rough.
I did want to bring up one other thing, too. It did take me out of the movie a bit when Arthur's riding to Picard's castle, and we get the music. It's like, blah, 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 blah. It's like a very famous classical song. It took me right out of it because I was like, that's a real song. That's not a piece of score. I found it funny.
Yeah, well, that's a bit of trouble with the older films like that because they will use a lot of these older classicals.
Yeah.
One, because there wasn't a lot of composers for that sort of thing back then.
That's true.
Or like similar ones, but also those songs hadn't been used as much back then.
That is the very big part of it. And also, this movie was very cheap. as well. So
yeah. And that's an interesting thing is like things like that, these uncopyrighted classics get used a lot nowadays in YouTube and other bits like that. You can watch a documentary or something, they'll use a lot of classics and other things like that. So I think that song is much more famous now than it was back then even, you know.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Which to some would be surprising. But like, that definitely shook me a bit out of the movie as well. But I like it. But I definitely think it works better at the end of the film, because they also use it at the end of the film. I think the audio is also mixed a bit better at the end of the film.
Yeah, it was a bit quieter.
Then when the first time they use it, it doesn't match up, like the audio mixing doesn't match up well with the actors, because they're sort of yelling in it. It sounds a bit worse. Also, Merlin uses horses to pull down a thing. Like a tower, right?
Yeah, and he's like laughing after he does it. He's like, "Oh, that was so funny."
Yeah, and I thought that was pretty funny. I was like, "Yeah, Merlin," because we know he doesn't want to use magic, right? So instead, he's just being a cheeky little gremlin boy knocking down siege towers with some horses. You know,
I thought that was hilarious. I really liked that moment as well. I liked all of the action in this as well. I thought it was really well done.
Yeah. I like that Guinevere, is that her name?
Yep.
Guinevere, sees a really muscly dude fighting away, and she's like, "Oh, I like big muscly dudes with swords. I like this Arthur dude." I'm sure the fact that she likes knights and guys with swords won't come back later on.
Well, that happens because Arthur's not sure if she likes him back, so he says to Merlin, "Can you make her love me?" And Merlin's like,
"Yes,
that's not worth it because she will leave you for someone."
Yeah, well, yeah, he's like getting flashbacks to the time he did that for the previous king.
Yeah,
and everything shit the bed. He was like, "No, that was a terrible idea." But not only that, he could sort of see the future, and he's like, "Yeah, she's gonna kind of cheat on you with someone important to you." Can't tell you who.
Exactly. Well, because the thing is, she doesn't like him really. That's something in that's something in the story. It's like they don't really go into it here, but like, yeah, he's the king, so she marries him politically, but he wants to marry her romantically, but she doesn't.
I think in this movie she does like him, specifically in this depiction. No. But the problem is, and he says this in the film, he's like, he's a king first, a husband second.
Yeah, he's like,
and that's the problem.
He's really old.
He's a neglectful husband.
Yeah, he's really old-fashioned, where he's like, I'm the king, and so I won't, like, he doesn't bend not that kings should bend the rules, but he doesn't let his emotions really do anything.
Yeah, and I just think she's quite neglected. Even if she likes the guy, she's still quite neglected by him, and therefore she falls in love with someone else.
Someone we're about to meet right now, because the movie cuts. This was the most jarring cut for me, I think.
Yeah,
was cutting to the Lancelot opening.
Yeah, because it skips through a lot of like he's a like a knight now, and he's got his knights.
He's got a beard.
Yeah. I did like the aging in these films. I think all the actors, like, especially King Arthur, I think the makeup and stuff done to make him look older was done quite well.
I agree, yeah. I think, though, they don't earn, because he goes in to fight Lancelot, because Lancelot is undefeatable, but he's like, I can defeat him. Like, he's really sure of himself, which kind of comes out of nowhere. I feel like there should have been a little bit more bridging. Maybe a montage of him winning a bunch of battles so it makes sense that he's cocky. I don't know.
Yeah. It's funny. I liked Sir Lancelot when he's like, hey, I'm just looking for someone to beat me in a fight.
Yeah.
Like, I've owned all these lands, all these things. I give it up on those. I just need someone to fight, you know? Just someone to beat me so I can be like, I'll follow them, you know? And I feel that. I feel like there's an urge in all men to go on a conquest of victories to find a sire to serve underneath so that they could be a noble knight of the round table.
He's got a hat on again. Hang on, I'll just knock that hat off you. There we go.
No, my hat! I just found that.
No, for sure. But I liked the fight, though. That's another thing, is I feel like a lot of fantasy action movies from around this time have really lame action. I don't know, they're just kind of like...
Yeah.
I don't know, they're just cheap and not choreographed. Whereas the ones in this, particularly this fight scene with Arthur and Lancelot, it's fucking sick, man.
Yeah, that's true. Sorry, yes. I was gonna say. And so I like the like... Because also, Arthur's really... mad for no particular reason.
Like, that's what I was saying earlier. He's cocky and we don't know why, because we haven't had a montage of him winning everything.
Yeah, so from his perspective, so we know Lancelot's perspective.
Yeah.
And so then you come back to King Arthur, and he's just, like, mad for no reason whatsoever. Like, we have no context. And so it's like this noble Sir Lancelot, I've come here just to fight people. And then you have that in contrast to the king that's like, 2 seconds ago, I was the noble guy. Now I'm just a really angry brute.
Yeah.
And he even uses that. He, like, uses the sword's magic to try and kill Lancelot, and it breaks the sword.
Mm.
And he's like... he finally comes to his senses and he's like, oh shit, I broke the sword. He like sobers up, because he broke the sword. He's like, fuck, I fucked all this up, Merlin. Oh shit, I fucked it up, man.
And Merlin's like watching and he says, you broke what cannot be broken. Hope is broken. And you're like, oh damn.
Yeah. Merlin's really laying it on thick. I'm like, shut the fuck up, Merlin. He's already having a hard time. You didn't need to add that. And then, of course, he like drops it into the lake. He's like broken. But then the Lady of the Lake,
that's right,
sort of shows up for a bit and is like, "Hey, here's your sword. I fixed it up. You learned an important lesson. I'll give you your sword back. It's all good, Chief." So we don't have to worry about that plotline. It's all good.
No, that was I feel like this 20-minute sequence could have been a lot longer, because
yes,
maybe a little bit more of him not having the sword could have been impactful, because he does just get it. He just gets it back. So, yeah, that's fair. My partner also had a note here. The fact that she is the Lady of the Lake, but in this scene, she's just in a creek. It's not really a lake. It's just kind of a creek. It's a small creek.
Well, do you think there's a network of ladies? There's the Lady of the Creek, there's the Lady of the Brook, there's the Lady of the Puddle, there's the Lady of the Lake.
It depends what law we're going by. I think in most laws, the Lady of the Lake is a time traveler. And she is kind of everywhere and nowhere at any particular time. Like, the lake is more of a gateway. You know what I mean? So I guess any body of water could be it.
I think, yes, it's supposed to be still water, I think, implying at the end there where the Arthur's like, go find some still water. So I would assume that, yes, I subscribe to that, where it's like, she's in any body of water that is like large enough and still that she can just sort of, or still enough, because there's always going to be some movement.
I guess it has to be at least big enough for her to fit her whole body in. Like, she can't just show up in a sink. You know?
She can't. Yeah, she isn't like a what's it called? Weeping angel. She's not in everything that could depict it.
Yeah,
no, she has to be in like a substantially sized body of water. But I would like to think that she's also like a magic user.
Yeah.
But from the future, as you say, because you mentioned time travel, I'm like, ooh, that got me thinking. She's like one from the future that maybe learnt of Merlin's tricks or other things, that's tried to time travel or has successfully, but it's only through these pools of water. Maybe she's like trapped in them.
Yeah.
Now,
maybe that would be really interesting, actually.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That would be really cool.
Is there a movie about the Lady in the Lake? Is there a movie about that? Is there a story? Surely there's a story out there.
I mean, The Witcher.
I wonder if there's a movie.
No spoilers.
I mean, true. True.
I don't think there is. There is a movie called Lady of the Lake, but it's an M. Night Shyamalan thing. I don't think it's really about the King Arthur thing.
Yeah. But I think that would be interesting. Like, but that also might fall into the, like, explaining a story too much. You know what I
like
mean?
An origin,
and it, like, ruins the magic.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes, it's like a Wolverine origins.
Arthurian
why are we
origins,
doing this? We don't
Lady
need to...
of the Lake.
Oh my god, we have a Merlin origins, we have a Lady of the Lake origins, we have dragon origins.
And we get the scene where she's married to a fisherman. They're in their house, it's nighttime, they're cuddling, and he's like, I'll tell you the story of this person. They had a lake and they liked to go in the lake, but the lake had crocodiles in it and it killed her, and now that's why she's known as the Lady of the Lake. And she's like, oh, and then he dies, and then he calls herself, and then she calls herself that to memorize the story. And then also Ryan Reynolds is there, and he's like, I'm Deadpool, and then he gets shot. that's the
he gets pushed into the lake, but that's only in an end of credits scene.
Yes, exactly.
And then he gets eaten by crocodiles, which is funny because that's part of the story. Yeah. I'm with you. I'm with you. Anyway, so yeah, Lancelot's here now, but Lancelot's like, I'm here, I'm not gay, I like your wife.
Jury's out in that first part. I think it might be a bit bi, to be honest.
Yes, fair call.
I feel like they all were. Knights of the Round Table and Camelot, more like Knights of the Pound Table and Camelot.
Whoa.
What the fuck? That's crazy.
I rate that.
I wrote down more like Camelot, am I right, in my notes, but the Knights of the Pound Table, that was a new one. That was fresh off the dome.
Dude, those are both bangers. Speaking of banging, he wants to bang your wife. Yeah. But also, he picks up a squire in the woods, which is a fun scene.
That was so funny, yeah.
Yeah, I liked that little scene, because, it's just this guy who's, like, curious about the knight. Maybe he's looking to mug him or something. Then
You're invited to spend an evening on Fremont Avenue. For generations, this house has been home to soulful music, good food, and cutthroat card games. Saints and sinners. Unexpected laughs and unspoken truths. Good times, hard times, and of course, family. Always family. So pull up a chair and join us at Fremont Avenue. A world premiere play only at Arena Stage. Performances start October 8th. Tickets at arenastage.org.
Oh my gosh, have you been to Marshall's lately? They have all the brand name and designer pieces you love, but without the jaw-dropping price tags. All right, so here's the truth. You should never have to compromise between quality and price. And at Marshall's, you don't have to. Marshall's believes everyone deserves access to the good stuff. And that's why their buyers hustle around the clock to make it happen for you. Visit a Marshall's store near you or shop online at marshalls.com.
You know, Lancelot's like, hey, none of that. Bugger off.
Yeah.
But then little street urchin cooks him some food.
Yeah.
He cooks him a nice rabbit.
Yeah.
And then so Lancelot's like, you know what? This kid's not too bad. You could ride with me to Camelot. It's only 20 days travel away. And the kid's like, but, well, you mean the world ain't that big, in it?
Is that the scene where, because his name is Percival, he runs through Camelot and they're like, you go work in the kitchen or whatever, and we see, like, the inside of the castle, and there's, like, magicians, and there's scientists, and it's, like, so packed full of all these different...
Yeah!
All these
it was sick.
people. Yeah, it was really cool.
That was such a fun scene, because Percival, like, bumps into, like, Merlin and other important characters.
Yes.
But he doesn't really talk with them. Like, Merlin gets, like, 2 lines, which is very funny for the scene, because we know him as Merlin, and we think he's important, but he, like, just doesn't do anything. He's just like, hey, fuck off, kid.
Yeah.
You know, it's like... It's funny, because he's like, follow your nose.
Yeah.
And he's, like, very sarcastic. He's like, oh, yeah, I built this castle for people like you, it seems, you know?
That was quite
like
funny.
He's very sassy. It's very good, yeah. But we also see like Guinevere and Lancelot. They have the look between them.
They have
like,
the look.
ooh.
What else happens? Oh, they establish so that they bring peace to the lands finally.
Yeah.
The war's over and they make the round table. I loved the design of the round table. It was like really shiny and large. It was cool. I really enjoyed that. I thought that was fun.
Yeah. I think this is where we meet Morgana as an adult as well.
Yeah, Morgana's there.
She's like, "Hey, Merlin, I know magic, actually. I'm sort of a sorceress myself."
And Merlin's like, "I'm not a sorceress, I'm a sorcerer. Get her right. What the fuck are you talking about?" Oh my goodness.
And she's like, "Sexist much?"
"Oh, I am. I'm Merlin. I'm very old."
That's true. He is very old. And so she's like, "Teach me." And he's like, "I'll think about it." And she's like, "Do you want to bang?" And he's like, maybe.
Maybe, but also I knew you when you were a kid, so I don't know.
They never stopped Merlin before.
Well, that's canonically true. Yeah.
But also, yeah, I think he sees the future in which he's evil as well.
Yeah.
So there's a weird thing there.
Well, she starts doing this at this point. She notices that Guinevere and Lancelot are sharing glances.
Yeah, so she's starting trouble. She's spreading rumors. She's like, "Hey, these people, they're kind of banging."
She's like, Liam Neeson taken, more like Guinevere's taken with Lancelot. And he's like, "What? I'm Liam Neeson, and I'm gonna publicly accuse Lancelot while he's out of town." Because Lancelot is staying away from the castle to avoid Guinevere because he doesn't want to betray the king.
Yes.
Which was an interesting plot point.
So there's like a challenge, and the king is like, "I can't participate in the challenge because I'm the king, even though I should because I'm Guinevere's husband."
Yes.
So let's get the guy who's accused. He can be the champion. That won't make you fall more in love with Lancelot, is him saving your life, you know?
I feel like, because in the story, Lancelot and Gawain specifically are really good. I think like they are the best friends out of the group. And not having that be introduced in this movie did kind of... There were still stakes, but there weren't as many stakes as there could have been.
Yeah. There's this whole thing of, we could have had like maybe a scene where they become friends and they're drinking hardly, and then he's like, "Actually, nah, you guys are banging," and so they have this conflict. So there's this tournament. Lancelot is in a forest, stabbing himself with a sword.
That was a great dream sequence. I love that.
That was yeah. He literally has the Luke Skywalker battle with himself.
Yeah.
Where it opens up the helmet and it's him inside the suit, you know? It's very funny.
We haven't really talked about it. The movie looks beautiful, but it's shot quite artistically, so it has these like arty moments where it's really trippy, and this is one of those moments where it's like crazy lighting and closer. It's great. But anyway, he's off in a forest, so they're like, "Percival, you can fight for Lancelot."
Yeah. But he's like, "Oh, but I'm not a knight." And so they're like, "Well, if we've done it before, we'll do it again. Here, boom, boom, you're a knight now. Whoa, all our problems are solved." I like how whenever the problem is that you're not a knight, they just go, "You're a knight now. Done. Easy. That solves the problem."
Yeah.
It's it's what's it called? Where you're fixing the symptom, not the problem.
Oh, I don't know what that's called. But
yeah. The problem is that knights are the only ones allowed to do something, and so the solution is they just make everyone a knight and not allow other people to do things. You know what I mean? They make him a knight, but it doesn't matter because Lancelot shows up at the end anyway. But I did like it is that now Percival's a knight. They just add the consequences of that is just he's a knight now.
He's a knight now. He's on the round table. He's hanging out there. He's doing things. And then Lancelot shows up and they have the fight. The fight was really cool. I love that fight. Again, I think all of the fights in this movie are fantastic, but that one was really cool.
Yeah.
And I think Gawain yields at the very end, so he's spared. And Lancelot dies of a broken heart, Padme style, until Merlin brings him back to life.
Well, yeah, I think he gets stabbed as well.
Well, that would also do it, yeah.
Yeah, I think because they have this battle and he gets injured, but he does start doing the Padme death. The idea is that he's lost the will to live.
Yes.
So he could live, but he's not fighting to live. Which is the same as Padme.
And so Merlin's like, oh, magic, make Lancelot come back to life. And so he's back now.
Yeah.
And Guinevere's like, even more attracted to you.
Yep. They have this whole thing where he goes back to the table and everyone's chilling. But then he's like, yeah, I'm going to leave to go fix my wounds. And Guinevere is like, oh, yeah, I need to go leave to do my makeup or something. Don't worry about it. And then they go bang in the woods.
Yeah, they do. Which is interspersed with Morgana trapping Merlin in a ice crystal magic palace.
Yeah, so he brings her to the Crystal Palace because he's going to teach her things. But
yes,
I think it's implied, like she goes, oh, you tried to do this to me, but now it's on you. I think he tried to trap her.
Yeah, I think he was going to try and trap her. Yeah.
And he fails, and instead she flips the script on him and traps him in the crystal. So now Merlin's gone. And I mean, there was a chat beforehand where Merlin's like to King Arthur, yeah, I can't really help you anymore because magic's dying and I'm kind of going to leave forever now.
Yeah.
So you're probably not going to see me again. And then I think they have a little hug, and I thought that was nice.
Yeah, I thought that was good. And then how does Arthur find out that they've gone off to the forest? Because at some point he was talking to Merlin, and Merlin's like, they're off in the forest.
Yeah. That's the start of that conversation. He's like, hey, so Sir Lancelot and my wife banging? And he's like, yep. And he's like, damn it, man.
Damn it.
You did warn me about that. I should have known, you know.
So Arthur goes off to find them. It's so interesting because I was like, the whole time I'm like, she doesn't love you, Arthur. Just divorce her and let her marry the person she likes. But also Arthur's not going to do that because he's old-timey and he's all about,
yes,
I need a son and I need a wife. So, no.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, there's stories, I think, where they've taken that part of it and fleshed it out more.
But also, I think we're used to today where it's, like, if people want to get a divorce, they can, right?
That's true. This is the oldie days.
Yeah, people not only wouldn't get divorces, but they couldn't get divorces, especially if they were a woman. It was like, once you're married, that's it. You're stuck with them,
That's right. So what he does is he takes Excalibur and he plunges it into the earth in between the two of them in the forest because they're sleeping.
But the shot looks like he stabbed them.
It does, yes.
And then Merlin gets stabbed by the sword in that scene, which was crazy.
That was really cool. Well, I think that's a part of how he got trapped as well, is because Arthur's been like, this magic, I'm going to stab the earth with the magic, and the earth is Merlin, and also me.
Yes.
I am the earth. I am the dragon.
Well, that's why he starts getting sick, is because he stabs himself, essentially.
Yeah.
Also, Merlin goes dragonize on Morgana. Oh, that's right. Yeah, so he was dragonizing her.
Yeah.
Which was probably his way of killing her, but then, he gets stabbed by the sword, so he's kind of fucked.
Yeah.
Anyway, he leaves, King Arthur leaves, and Lancelot and Guinevere wake up and they see the sword and they're like, damn, we've been found out. Yikes.
Oh, boy.
Lancelot leaves the movie for the next half an hour, which is very funny.
He goes off and becomes a crazy priest. Which
I found
very entertaining.
Which is awesome because that's how he comes back. And I did not realize it was him until they went, Sir Lancelot. I'm like, what? That's him?
Yeah.
That's very funny. And Guinevere becomes a nun. So they both become part of the church to just get away from the fact that they, fucked.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
Which is interesting.
And Arthur gets assaulted by his sister.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We have the Lannister scene now.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't know it's her. He thinks it's Gwen.
Yes.
But then the magic's gone and she's like, I've just conceived your son now, my king, my brother.
Not a good sentence. Not a great. No,
really.
no. You really don't want.
I said ew, and then I think my partner also yelled out ew as well from their computer desk at that point. It's just a gross moment.
Well, it's not
really
an old-timey story without a little bit of incest in there, you know, all the greats.
And so she immediately gives birth. I think it's implied that it's an instant
Lord
birth.
of the Rings does not feature any incest anywhere that I can remember.
No, I don't think it does.
I'm sure someone can correct me.
I don't think Lord of the Rings features any sex at all. Because it's for kids.
That's true. Yes, that's right. Yeah. It's only the movies that introduce Aragorn and the elf chick. What's her name? I can't remember. Anyway, we're off topic again.
But yeah, I think it's implied that she immediately gives birth to the kid, but it could have been 9 months. Who knows? But
no, it's definitely 9 months later.
The scene where she gives birth is fucking sick. It's so it's so dark, and like the location and the lightning and the costumes.
It feels like a witch giving birth because this is just surrounded by cultists and other things.
So
and,
cool.
Like, she's the one that like yanks out the baby.
Yeah, it's sick. I'm like, hell yeah.
Whoa, damn.
It's so. And then as the kid's born, famine hits the land. It's like it like comes out of the kid and like darkness goes everywhere. And I'm like, this is like it gets really arty at this point. Like it gets quite abstract in terms of the visuals from this point onwards. It's so cool.
And I interpret that is because the land is torn between the old king and this new evil, like, twisted... like, child, right?
The anti-king. The anti-Christ king,
Yeah. The anti-king... So the anti-king is... Not only is he causing all the blight in the land, but also... Arthur is dying, and he is connected to the land, and so the land is dying with him, so it's like a double whammy of everything sucks.
Yes.
So the Arthur's like, this would be a good time to introduce a new plot line to the story. Can you guys go after this grail that's never been mentioned before at this point? But if you get the grail, that's the MacGuffin now. We had the sword, it was the MacGuffin. New MacGuffin, grail time.
The Holy Grail will cure the land and me. But the land.
But mostly me.
And then we get the Monty Python movie. So then canonically you watch Monty Python and the Holy Grail now. You get that whole stuff. No, this part of the movie is fucking so cool. Oh, it's great. Like, the hunt for the Holy Grail, we mainly see it through Percival's eyes, but it's like, he sees like a frozen skeleton in like these like rocks area. I think he goes to Stonehenge at some point. He's being chased by the kid who's wearing this like creepy golden armor. He's like hiding in and out of trees, chasing Percival around. There's like a tree where all of the knights of the round table, they're all dead and like hanging from the tree. Oh, it's so cool.
Yeah. And his scene where he, like, meets the kid, and the kid guides him there, and then the kid guides him inside, and it's like, Morgana's lair.
Yeah.
Essentially. And they're trying to, like, tempt him with other grails, which are, like, false grails, I guess.
Yeah. Which is a classic.
Yeah. That one's very interesting, because he can't be tempted. So they're like, well... hang him then, I guess. So they hang him, and there's this scene where he's literally hanging from a rope dying, but it's cutting to him having a vision of the Holy Grail.
Yeah.
And so he's actually almost able to get the Grail, but then he kind of chickens out.
Because I think the Grail exists in, like, in heaven?
Dreamworld. You were close, Sandro. There's, like... What I'm going to say is it's canonical in this movie. I think there's like an in-between. There's like a spirit world, which is also the world of dreams or whatever. And the reason I say this is because Merlin exists in that now. In the movie,
maybe.
Right?
Yeah, that would make sense, I think.
And it's where the Holy Grail is. So, like, for the most part, a normal man a human, a woman, anyone, couldn't get a hold of the Grail unless you go to the in-between. Do you know how you get to the in-between? Start fucking dying. Lol.
Yeah, you have to die to get the Grail. And the Grail's like, tell me tell me the secret of the Grail. It's got like this old man voice. It's great.
Do you know who else had an old man voice?
Merlin.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is a person getting the pretending to be the Grail or whatever, that was definitely Merlin, for sure.
I also love the scene where he's like running out of Dreamland and he like runs up the drawbridge as it's closing. It's so cool. All that stuff was cool. Anyway,
what I was going to say is, you have to be on the brink of death or like about to die to even get close to the Grail.
It's so cool. It's I don't think I've ever seen it done this way in a fantasy movie before.
Yeah.
It's really cool to see. So anyway, he goes back to Arthur, who's like a skeleton at this point, and is like, I failed. And Arthur's like, well, I'm going to go to battle, then I'm going to fight my evil son. And the son's like, I'm here to fight you with my dumb armor. I want your land. And Arthur says, I cannot give you the land, only my love. Well, Dad, that's the one thing I don't want.
Ooh.
Oof.
That kid is no good.
No, it's really bad. And then he kills everyone. That's the end of the movie.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's it. Good movie, though. But
pretty good. Pretty good stuff.
So, he's like, well, if you're not going to give me the kingdom, then I'm going to go grab some men, come back, kill you all.
Yeah.
Shit, And so he goes off, and King Arthur's like, well, we're fucked.
Yeah.
And then Percival shows up and is like, hey, actually, I failed to get the Grail. And he's like, well, shit. Then Percival keeps going on the quest, and he watches one of them die. Is it Liam Neeson's character now that gets murdered by the kid?
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, the kid then chases down the remaining knights because he's recruiting them.
Yeah.
But if he doesn't, they don't join him, he kills them.
He kills them. So he kills Liam Neeson.
But not before Liam Neeson is like, you must find the Grail. The Grail is for the king, and the king is the land. The king is the land. You must find the Grail. Don't give up, Percival. And Percival's like, but I gave up. And he's like, don't give up.
And so he's like, all right, I'll go try again. So then he goes off. He finds Lancelot with a religious crowd, and they all try to drown him.
Yeah, but because they start drowning him, he starts dying again. Boom.
That's right. So he gets the Grail. He brings it to Arthur. He has a sip and he's back, baby. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba.
Yes, and so they go to war.
Well, first he goes to forgive Guinevere.
Yes.
Very importantly, because she has Excalibur, because she woke up next to it and took it with her. So he goes to her.
Well, he didn't even know that she had Excalibur. He was like, I just wanted to say goodbye and that I forgive you. And then we should, at some point, we should hang out. You want to go grab some lunch later? Maybe act like a married couple again? I don't know. We'll see what happens,
That's right. And then because now he has Excalibur, Merlin wakes up. Merlin's like, I have the power to fight against Morgana now. So he breaks out of the prison thing and talks to Merlin a bit, but he can't Merlin's not gonna, he's not a person anymore. He's just like a spirit now. He just exists in the in-between world. So he's there and he's like, I will help you. In fact, I will become the nature. I'm the dragon. I will help you with all things. The air and the water. That's me now.
Because Arthur's like, without Merlin, we're going to lose because they have Morgana, who is a sorcerer, and she's going to fuck us up. But Merlin's like, I'm in the dreams now, so I'm going to be a dream for you, but a nightmare for others.
Oh, so badass, Merlin.
Yeah. And then he literally disappears. He click, gone.
Yeah.
Bit overdramatic, bit silly.
Is that where he poisons Morgana and turns her into a smoke bomb?
poisons. Yeah. Well, that's the whole point is Merlin's he's getting his revenge for being trapped in a fucking cave, right?
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I see you've used my magic to look young for these years. Oh, yes. Well, this reminds me of a time where I breathed the dragon breath and nearly fucking died. So you know what? I bet you could do it better, though. And she's like, I don't know. And he's like, did you forget the words? Are you still such a shit mage? I bet you can't even do it, even if you tried. And she's like, well, now I'm going to try.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, man, you really showed me by doing the dragon breath. But this, of course, is happening in a dream, so she's actually doing it in real life.
Yeah.
Mumbling these words, and she's doing this fog. And then all the knights around, the evil ones, are like, hey, Lannister kid, there's a fog here. And he's like, that can't be right. My mum said there would be no fog. Let me go check up on her. So he goes in the tent, and uh-oh, Mum's turned uggo.
Oh, she's old now. Gross. Ew.
We gotta get rid of that. So he immediately kills her.
Yeah, I found that very funny.
I was like, whoa, all right.
Yeah.
Look, I'm just gonna say it's kind of her own fault.
So
I don't want to victim blame again. I may have the hat on again, but like,
oh no.
But she did raise the child to be literally entitled to the kingdom brat. And yeah, she also did start the smoke, I think.
Yes,
so I think the idea is that he's trying to kill her to stop the fog. But it's a bit too late. Yeah, so then they go to battle.
Literally everyone's dead aside from the anti-king, King Arthur, and Percival.
Yes.
And
Lancelot shows up. He gets his last little redemption where he's like, hey, I'm back and I'm a knight. And they're like, whoa, Lancelot's back. Woo woo. And then he dies.
And then he dies. This part looked fucking great because it's like against like kind of like an alien planet. Like the backdrop's like just destruction and like a red sun. It's so cool. Again, this movie looks incredible. And Arthur immediately gets skewered. And so then he kills his son. They have a chat while they're dying about like, bah, 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 bah. And the son's like, I was made to be evil. I didn't have a choice. It's my mum's fault. Don't know why he's Australian all of a sudden. But then the son dies and Arthur's like, I'm gonna die. Percival, take Excalibur and throw it into the lake.
So Percival goes to the lake and he's like, nah, actually the sword's cool though. I'm not gonna do it. And so then he comes back. And King Arthur, and I remember this story. I remember this part of the story from elsewhere. I think it was a book or something.
Yeah.
Where the whole idea, the whole thing is like King Arthur says to get rid of the sword, and then he asks him what happened when he threw the sword into the lake, and he replies, "Oh, it just landed in the lake." And so the king knew he was lying.
Yeah.
Because he knew that the Lady of the Lake would have grabbed it.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
So, he's like, I call BS, you didn't throw the sword. And he's like, well, yeah, I lied. I was like, it's a cool sword. And he's like, nah, go throw the sword away. And he's like, all right, I guess.
So he does, and the Lady of the Lake catches the sword and it disappears.
Whoa!
And then Arthur's carried on a ship to the afterlife because he's dead now. He's on the ghost ship to Deathland.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then that's the end of the movie.
Fuck, it's a long plot, but it's so they crammed so much. I'm honestly impressed. The only time jump that doesn't work for me is when we meet Lancelot. Everything else, I'm like, this is great. This is moving along so well.
The connection you should have used was crammed a lot into 2 hours.
Definitely could have used that.
It's a retroactive one for you.
It's so good though. Like this movie, it's camp, it's cheesy, but it's also like it takes itself quite seriously. I don't know. I really liked it. I don't think I've seen a fantasy movie post Lord of the Rings 2001 that's this good. Honestly, I don't think I have. I think this might be my favorite, and that's saying a lot, actually. Like, thinking about it. Because all the others are kind of so bad they're good, whereas this is just kind of good.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm too blinded by my new we've done Goat Story for a month, so now we're finally getting a good movie. You know what I mean? But no, I really like it.
I think, there's a lot you could improve about this, but this is also, it's got a bit of charm because of it, It's got the charm, it's got a lot of things, it's fun, exciting, it doesn't waste much time.
It gets right to it.
It keeps you interesting, the characters are cool, like, it's all pretty good.
I think as well, it's like, with Lord of the Rings, you watch that and you're like, they made this better now, but this was good then. Whereas with this, I don't think you could remake this and make it like this. Because
I don't know.
Technologies, it would all be CGI. It wouldn't be as arty. It would be...
If they did it like the Peter Jackson Lord of the Rings, I think this one would be sick as a 3-part movie series, right?
That actually would be very cool. You're right. You're right there.
Because then the first movie ends at like Round Table or whatever, or like maybe halfway through the second movie it happens. I don't know. Like there's some key points where you could do it, and then you could fit all the stuff in between.
Yeah.
Fit a bit of downtime. Oh, it would be sick.
That would be cool. Oh, actually, there is an adaptation of Sir Gawain's story. It's called The Green Knight. Came out a couple of years ago. That was made kind of like this. That movie's really cool from memory. I really enjoyed it. So,
there you go.
Yeah, maybe something in that vein could also work. But look, I think I kind of went out on a limb picking this, and I don't know. I really liked it. I'm really happy with this one. So
there you go.
Cool.
You're invited to spend an evening on Fremont Avenue. For generations, this house has been home to soulful music, good food, and cutthroat card games. Saints and sinners. Unexpected laughs and unspoken truths. Good times, hard times, and of course, family. Always family. So pull up a chair and join us at Fremont Avenue. A world premiere play only at Arena Stage. Performances start October 8th. Tickets at arenastage.org.
Alrighty then, it's time for RVT.
What?
That's right. It's the usual segment at the end of the show where I get reviews from Rotten Tomatoes and the Letterboxd, which I said T, but it should be.
I thought you meant Rotten v Tomatoes, and I was like, oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, that's what my brain did, but I meant RVL.
Ah, there it is.
Yeah. Rotten versus Letterboxd. Because over the last couple of weeks, I've been enlightened into the fact that Letterboxd has reviews that are actually funny.
It does. Yeah. Gotcha there.
So I've been grabbing some more Letterboxd reviews, and now I've been pitting them against each other. So now for some RVL, damn it, it'll get some used to.
Yeah.
I keep thinking of Rotten Tomatoes, so I just go T. I've got a couple of reviews from Rotten Tomatoes.
Yep.
I got a couple of reviews from Letterboxd.
Ooh.
One of the reviews is from me.
Oh, okay.
So, Sandro, I'm going to tell you a review.
Okay.
You're going to have to guess the rating.
All right.
And you're going to guess where they're from. Whether they're from Rotten Tomatoes, Letterboxd, or me. You can guess the where they're from at the end, once you have the full context.
Yep.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, and I made up all the usernames.
Okay, they're all fake usernames. Yeah, cool.
Because the problem is that, like, some Letterboxd reviews have, like, usernames, whereas most Rotten Tomatoes reviews use their actual names,
That's true.
There's not a lot of crossover. There is, like, some do the other, but for the sake of keeping you bamboozled, I have made up all the usernames.
All right. Hell yeah.
And for the sake of anonymity, we'll say.
Yeah, keep them anonymous. Why not?
Yeah. All right. The first review. Are you ready?
I am not at all. I am very unprepared.
All right. The first review is by Strange Woman Lying in Ponds Distributing Swords is no basis for a system of government.
Huh.
That's
a good name that Zach came up with.
Yep, that is an original thing that I just came up with. It says, I saw this as a 14-year-old and was mesmerized. However, on what planet was this a PG rating?
Yeah.
I'll need to watch it again.
That's pretty true. 14 is maybe a little young for this. I don't know. I think, though...
I think that's the review board's fault for rating this PG.
That's also true. This is rated pretty low, I think, everywhere.
Yeah. There's a bit of blood, there's a bit of nudity, but it is old, so I don't know.
I think it's because it's fantasy. Everyone was like, meh, kids.
Like, nowadays, I'd say it's probably, maybe you blur out a bit of nudity, and that's a PG rating. I think that's fine. You know?
Oh, also, I should mention 73% from the critics, 80% from the audience on Rotten Tomatoes. People like this one as well, which is why I think I'm going to go like a 3.5 for this, because they're like, I want to return to it. That's the key part, is the returning to it means it's not a 5 out of 5. I think I'm going to have to go 3.5.
You were close. It was 4 out of 5.
Oh,
so,
yeah,
I think you were
4.
right. You were right though. Yeah. I think you got the exact vibe of it. It's like, I like this, but it's not quite a 5 out of 5.
Yeah. I'm gonna go. That's probably Rotten Tomatoes though. Is my vibes. It's not as silly for Letterboxd.
Well, don't lock that in yet, because I'm going to tell you all of them first, and then we can figure out which ones, just so you get the context. All right.
That's fair. I would like to guess them now. We can do that.
We can put them down. I'll put it down as Rotten Tomatoes for now, but you can change your mind at the end if you want to. All
right. Sounds good.
All right. The next one is from Medieval Stepsis, who says, if you don't like this movie, fuck off.
It's going to be 5 out of 5, and that's 100% Rotten Tomatoes, actually. So.
That's 5 out of 5. Yeah. Are you putting that one down as Rotten Tomatoes?
I will. It's really aggressive. So
yep.
That's why I think
Letterboxd reviews have never been aggressive.
No, they're very passive, actually.
Speaking of passive, Merlin Was My Sexual Awakening says, probably the best movie ever made that could also be considered a porn parody.
Letterboxd. I mean, best movie ever made, 5 out of 5. But it's also a joke. 4.5.
Ooh, that's actually 4 out of 5.
Oh, wow, okay.
You were close again. Yeah.
Huh, a bit lower than I was expecting. All right.
The next one is, I don't remember writing this username, Air to the Bone, says, as far as I'm concerned, this is the only film to capture the aesthetic zeitgeist of Legoland California Knights Kingdom.
What the fuck?
That last bit's in brackets.
That feels like Rotten Tomatoes. The only film to do... Well, I mean, if it's the only film to do so, surely it's a 4 out of 5.
It's 5 out of 5.
Oh my god, I've got none right.
No, you got the second one right. You said that one was 5 out of 5. Yeah. That was 5 out of 5. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And the last one is Thirsty for Some Grail, who says, if only they had 2 hot women at a time, all their problems would have been solved.
That's your review, I think. Because it ties into... Oh, your hat's on! It is your review.
Oh, my God.
It is your review.
I shouldn't have kept my hat on.
I'm going to say that's yours. That's 3.5.
That's 4 out of 5.
Okay. All right.
4 out of 5. I don't know if you noticed, but it went 4 out of 5, 5 out of 5, 4 out of 5, 5 out of 5, 4 out of 5.
That's hilarious that you would do such a thing that I've definitely never done on our Patreon series.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. All right, so which ones did you think were by who?
I think that last one's yours.
Okay.
And I agree with everything I said, I think. First 2 feel like Rotten Tomatoes, then a Letterboxd, then a Rotten Tomatoes, so I might actually say that first one's Letterboxd then.
Oh, okay. So you're swapping. You're gonna put Letterboxd as number 1.
Yeah. Then Rotten Tomatoes.
And Rotten Tomatoes is number 4.
Yeah.
No, you were more right the first time.
Fuck.
The first 2 were Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay.
And the second 2 were Letterboxd.
Yeah.
The fourth one did kind of sound Rotten Tomatoes-y, but
it really did.
It was not. It was Letterboxd.
And that last
one
was
you
yours?
got mine. Yeah.
All right.
Although mine could have been the second one if you think about it.
True. Yours definitely could have been the second one. Let's be honest.
I was hoping you might think that I was the second one.
That would have been hilarious. So, all right. Well, there we go. That's a whole episode. Thanks so much for listening to another episode of Oldie Buddy Goodie.
Yeah. It was a bit of a silly, chaotic one, but there was a silly, chaotic movie. So,
yeah.
Yeah. like to shout out a guy who commented on one of our earlier episodes, who gave us facts about, what was it, Wolverine?
Oh, over on Patreon. Yeah. We're going to get to that soon on the next Patreon episode, which I'm very much looking forward to. Thanks to all of our...
Are you saying we have a Patreon?
We do have a Patreon, patreon.com/Oldie pod, where we took a couple months off to do the K-drama, but we're back reviewing X-Men movies. We just did First Class. Next up is The Wolverine, or as I like to call it, The Weeberine, because he's in Japan for that one.
I like to call it Wolverine Origins.
No, that's
we've already done. Name I came up with.
Rather than Origins Wolverine?
Yes. Yeah. It's an original name.
Yeah, for sure.
It's just a little pet name for my movie.
I like that. I'm a fan of that. That's out in a couple weeks. But you can go catch up on the X-Men series over there right now if you want. Ad-free episodes as well. And shout out to everyone who does subscribe there. It really helps us out. Also, shout out to some people who have been commenting on Spotify as well. So shout out to those cool people. That helps with the engagement. I noticed an uptick in views as soon as people started commenting on Spotify. So
nice.
Pretty cool.
Hey, very much appreciated. I hope you're enjoying, and I will try not to say stupid incel things from here on out.
That's funny because it's ironic. It's just
what?
Our Americans don't understand it. Now we've got a army of red-pilled Americans.
Oh, right.
To
Yeah.
us,
It's ironic.
Yeah. Oh, the hat's on again. I'm going to shoot it. I shot the hat. I obliterated it. I threw it into Mount Doom.
I didn't even put it on. It just appeared.
Yeah.
it's the fucking sorting hat just fucking appearing.
What else to mention? We are on YouTube as well. Just shout out to everyone who shares the show in comments and stuff. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Also, we're at PAX we're at PAX this week. When the fuck are we at PAX? I think we've already been at PAX
at some point.
I don't know. We're at PAX at some point this month. We're taking next week off because we'll be at PAX. So, not in terms of us recording, but in terms of us releasing. No episode next week on PAX because, Starkey also needs a break to come to Melbourne. So that's what's happening there. But I don't know what I'll put out. I'll put out something for free. Enjoy that.
Sandra always puts out.
Bloody right. Yeah, mate.
All right.
You can catch us in 2 weeks with whatever movies Zach's about to make me watch.
Speaking of putting out, I'm about to put out some movies for you to pick from.
Yeah, I want to pick a movie based off this movie that we can then watch with our eyeballs.
Whoa, as opposed to how we usually watch things, which is with our magical mind palaces. That's how I watch this one.
with your mind palace?
Absolutely. Unfortunately, the resolution on my mind palace is not good for these old movies. Sandra, I have gotten 4 lovely movies for you to pick from today.
More than 3.
That is more than 3. Because I thought of another movie, and so I added it in. So you've got 4 movies. We're just going to do some classic connections today. But I had an idea for the next time I do connections, but we're just doing some classic connections today.
Classic ones. Some classic gimmies.
Yes. So I'm going to give you some gimmies. Tell me what gimmies you're after.
To get a good vibe on these movies before I pick one, I want... do I just want the classics? Year, genre, maybe actor...
Yeah, I can give you all of those.
I would like those. Let's do that.
So let's go from the top. Year.
Okay.
I've got 1998.
Oh, a good year.
That's a great year, especially if you were born around that year.
Oh, we both were, I think.
Oh, yeah. That's crazy. Really?
Yeah. That's really wild. I don't know how you managed to get that there. That's crazy. How'd you dox me?
Yes, I looked it up. I stalked you on Facebook.
Oh, no. Have you blocked there? That's really concerning, actually.
Yeah, I had to make a whole brand new account. It's a bit of a hassle.
Oh, that was that person who friended me called I'm Not Zach, Don't Worry About It.
Yeah. Well, you wouldn't have suspected it's me because it said it's not Zach, you know?
I'm very trusting.
The next movie is from 1995.
Ooh, okay, both 90s.
The next movie... Number three is 1977.
Yep.
And the 4th movie is 1975.
Oh, you're going backwards in year. 98, 95, 77, 75. All right.
Yeah, you noticed that. Yeah. Then what was the next one?
Give me genre.
Genre. First one, fantasy.
A good genre.
Second one, horror.
Oh, spookums.
Third one, sci-fi.
Oh, okay, from the 70s. All right.
And then the fourth one, adventure.
Adventure.
Now, I might give you the other one later, but for now, that's what you get.
Okay, I like these genres. And I'm looking at that horror one, and I'm like, that looks good, because we are in October at the moment. And so the episode that I'll be making connections for, so whatever movie I pick, I then have to make connections for that episode, and they all have to be horrors because it's going to be our Halloween episode. So
yes,
fun.
But I wouldn't worry too much about these because I'm pretty sure all of these could connect to a good horror movie.
Intriguing.
I think all of these have a good connection.
Well, maybe that's the thing. I don't want to do a horror movie because I'll be making us watch a horror movie.
That's true. But also, you might want to do a horror movie, so it's easier for your connections.
I mean, and also, I always want to do horror movies. That's my thing,
true.
right? So
I'm going to now give you actor.
Yeah.
For number one, I'm going to give you Nicholas Clay.
I vaguely remember that name from something. I can't look him up, obviously, but Nicholas Clay.
Don't look him up, but I can tell you he played Lancelot in Excalibur.
Oh, he's a beautiful man.
Just watched.
Yes. Oh, he's a very beautiful man.
Yes.
Okay.
So that is for the first movie.
That's very intriguing now.
For the second movie, your horror movie, yes.
Yes.
The actor is Jada Pickett Smith.
Ah, Jada Pickett Smith. Oh,
Yep.
God. Well, she's good. I saw her in something recently that she was really good in, but everything else is not very good. So
there you go.
Yeah.
So that's the actor I chose for that one.
Yep.
For the third movie, I have Mark Hamill.
Oh,
Yeah.
the Joker.
Little Lukey Skywalker.
No, I don't know what that is. I only know him as the Joker.
Yeah. I'm the Luke Skywalker, baby.
Yeah. Wow. And 1977 was a very big year for him as well. So I'm intrigued by what you picked.
And then the fourth one is Rita Davies.
Oh, I don't know who that is.
She's an older actress who's done a lot of work lately as an older actress. She was in Beauty and the Beast, the live action one.
All right.
She was in the Da Vinci Code.
Ooh, nice.
With Tom Hanks.
Yeah. That's really okay. That's fun. I'm picking up on some good vibes here. I'm like 77 Mark Hamill, but it can't be Star Wars. Surely it's not Star Wars. So I'm like, what?
Can't be Star
Wars. I mean, it could be Star. Oh, and then you would play your card where you can make us do a whole trilogy. That card that we only get every a year, you could do that, and then we could watch the whole
crazy
thing.
If That'd be wild. Star Wars.
I mean, Star Wars is fantasy, so I think you could totally do that. But also, that would be crazy. I'm very intrigued by the fantasy movie and the adventure movie, though. I'm really intrigued by those.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask. You know what? Going back to Lord of the Rings last week, I want to ask a Lord of the Rings character question. If they were characters from Lord of the Rings, who would these movies be?
Okay.
Yeah, just throwing it back to last week.
Number one, Dumbledore.
Okay, yep, sure. Dumbledore, sounds good. Change that to Radagast. Just put that in there.
Wow, no, you can't do that. You were either doing Saruman or fucking Gandalf. You're not putting Radagast as Dumbledore.
So, Dumbledore.
Yeah, number two movie would be Gollum.
Hell yeah, I'm on board with that.
Absolutely. Yeah. Number three. So number one, I'd like to be, that could be Gandalf. Okay,
we're changing to Gandalf, sure.
Yeah, because
Gandalf the Grey or Gandalf the White?
Gandalf the Grey. That's a good question. That's a good question.
And that's the correct answer. I prefer Gandalf the Grey. He's more goofy.
Yeah. Yes, he was less problematic in the namespace.
Yes.
Number three, Radagast.
Oh, Radagast.
Yeah, there you go. There's your Radagast.
I love Radagast.
Yeah. And number four would be Pippin.
I'm so intrigued by that last movie. So the fact that it's Gandalf for that first one, I'm like very intrigued by it. Gollum, obviously love Gollum. Radagast, one of my favorite characters, probably just because he's played by Sylvester McCoy, the only good part of the whole trilogy.
Yeah, he's great.
And then Pippin. I don't want to cut any of these. I'm liking all these. I've got to ask another question. Okay, my question is, this movie Excalibur was based on Arthurian, like medieval Dark Age legends. What legend from around that time would these movies be?
First one, I'm just gonna say, is King Arthur.
No.
Sure.
Okay, alright.
Sure. That one could be King Arthur.
Okay.
Second one, was it the Green Knight you mentioned?
Yeah.
That could be that one.
Sure. Alright. Green Knight vibes. Alright.
Third one is the Fountain of Youth.
What the hell is that? Okay.
And then the fourth one is the Holy Grail.
Whoa. Oh, I am so intrigued by that fourth one now as well. Okay.
All right, I want you to cut a movie.
Oh, God. Oh, no.
Gotta get rid of one. Gotta get rid of one. Gotta shoot it in the back.
I want to leave the sci-fi with Mark Hamill in purely because if it's not Star Wars, I want to know what it is. So I think, and I know it would be easier for me to pick a horror movie based on a horror movie, but I kind of want to get rid of the horror movie to spice up genres a bit. So I'm gonna cut that horror movie.
I'm cool with that. All right.
Yeah.
Fair call.
What do you think about that? Boom.
Bit sad, but also at the same time, you got to cut one.
Yeah.
So, next question. What are we after?
Give me colors. Just a classic,
colours.
a classic colors.
Great
yeah.
question. All right. Let me take a look. So first one.
Yeah.
Black and purple.
Okay.
Second one, red and blue.
America.
And the third one, blue and gold.
This is very difficult. I'm really leaning towards that first one.
What, to pick that one or cut that one?
To pick that one. I'm really leaning towards that first one.
That one's a good pick.
Fountain of Youth, though, really has thrown me off.
Yeah, well, it was hard to pick a legend that matched that one. But I think that one was the correct choice for that.
I like that one. Holy Grail's fun. It's got Pippin in it.
Yep.
It's kind of an adventure movie.
Yep.
Whoa. This is very difficult.
You could ask another question.
Yeah, I've got a really good vibe in these movies. Maybe one more question. I don't really want to cut any. We got a little bit of time. We're doing a fantasy movie, so let's say we're playing a role-playing game.
Hot.
What class are these movies?
There we go. All right.
That'll help me figure out which one I want to do.
First one is, I'm going to say, sorcerer.
Okay.
Third one is a wizard.
Yeah, all right.
Fourth one is a fighter.
Oh.
Ooh, actually, I'm going to be even more specific. First one is a half-elf sorcerer.
All right, half-elf.
Third one is a we'll say a goblin wizard.
Okay, yeah.
And then the fourth one is a human fighter.
A human fighter?
Yeah.
Wow, that one's cut then. I'm getting that one out of there. A human?
No.
A human?
Fair
the
enough,
whole
fair
point
enough.
is to play something that you're not. That's not really the whole point, but,
Yeah.
you know, that's definitely part I enjoy about it.
Absolutely, you could be elitist about people playing human fighters to escape their reality into their reality, you know?
Human fighter makes me, cut out that fourth one. That third one, Mark Hamill, I'm like, you've got red and blue, and you've got wizard in there. Red and blue, colors of lightsabers. Wizard, Obi-Wan Kenobi is a wizard. It's probably Star Wars.
Hey, do you want me to give you the genres? The genres you have left in two movies?
Yeah.
Because this one's a family sci-fi.
Okay, so wait, but then it could be like a random animated thing that you've pulled out of the fucking. But last time you said it's definitely not the movie I'm thinking it is. It was. So I don't actually.
And then the first one is what did I say? Fantasy.
Yeah, fantasy.
That one's action fantasy.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm going with that first one just because it's
all right.
Leaning towards Star Wars. So I'm gonna go number 1. Lock it in.
I'm going to go in reverse order of the ones you cut out.
Okay.
So for number 3, you cut Wizards.
No!
The 1977 animated movie Wizards.
I don't know Mark Hamill was in that.
Mark Hamill, I think he plays the kid or something.
Oh,
yeah.
Fuck, I would have...
Yeah!
No,
you dumb
If only I could go back in time and change my
dummy.
answer. I actually would have gone back in. You really... But
I really bamboozled you on that one.
You bamboozled me there.
Fucking bamboozled you, yes.
It's almost like you didn't want me to pick.
I put it there as an option. You're the one who chose not to pick it, Samuel.
Oh, man. I actually, if I had the ability to change what I picked, I probably would go for it. But let's hang out and see what we've got.
I think you will agree that you might have picked the worst one. So, number 4...
Okay.
Which you cut was Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Classic.
Which was the only one that was very easy. Well, sort of the only one that was really easy for which legend to go with, which is the Holy Grail.
Sure. Wait, what's your connections? What's your connections with Wizards? What's your connection with...
Wizards, was the connection was Wizards. Monty Python and the Holy Grail's connection was the Holy Grail.
That's pretty good as well. I like that. Yeah, that's good.
So the second movie you cut out was Tales from the Crypt, Demon Knight.
That's what I watched Jada Pinkett Smith in and what she was really good in. Because I saw that a couple months ago. Yeah. That's a great movie.
It was the movie. It was it.
Yeah.
So there you go. The connection was Knight.
Sure. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. He is technically a knight in Demon Knight. So yeah, that makes sense.
A knight.
Yeah, a knight.
You might be seeing a theme. Wizards.
Yeah.
The Holy Grail.
Knight. Yeah. What did I pick then? The worst one? Because all these are pretty good.
Well, not necessarily the worst one.
Okay.
You know, like, debatably, arguably. But, like...
Okay.
I think all the options I put were pretty good.
Okay.
So, number 1, what do you think the connection is?
You said the... character from Lord of the Rings is Gandalf. You said it was a sorcerer, so I'm gonna say like magic, or that could also be wizards as well.
No, it was neither of those. But you're on the right vein. You were almost there.
Okay.
What do you think the connection is?
Just magic?
No, it wasn't just magic, but it was close.
What is it?
The connection is Merlin.
What? What do you mean?
The connection is Merlin.
Yes, the connection is Merlin.
The movie is Merlin.
Oh, for fuck's sake. From 1998?
1998. With Sam Neill as Merlin.
Oh, my partner was like, hey, it would be so funny if you did this after you did that. Do they message you to do this?
No, completely.
Wow.
Funnily enough, I somehow came up with the connection Merlin to Merlin.
I mean, yeah.
But also, I saw in the cast was Nicholas Clay, which I thought was very good. So I also, that had a partial actor connection.
Wow. So this is more of an origin story.
Yes.
For Merlin and for King Arthur growing up, this one, it seems like.
Yeah. More focusing on those two, I think. More focusing on Merlin specifically.
Wait, hang on a second, Zach. This is a TV movie.
It's a TV movie. That's still a movie.
It is still a movie. Wow. Yep. I can't believe you've done this. Can't believe you've done... Well...
That's why... and that is exactly why I said this is debatably the worst option.
Yeah. Man, I would have loved to do Wizards. That's the same guy who did Lord of the Rings as well. I really wanted to
Yeah, exactly. I also really wanted to watch that, but you were like, "Well, that's Star Wars." Clearly, Zach.
No, you picked red and blue.
I did. But that was in the poster.
Yeah. Well, I've picked the movie and we can't change it. So next week is Merlin. Wait, no, it's a 2-part. It's 3 hours. Oh my god.
Yep.
Well, it's a good thing we take it next week off.
Yep.
Yeah. Not in terms of recording, though. We actually got to record. We've got to watch this next week, Zach.
Oh dear. So there you go. I thought they were good movies. I thought it was good.
I please keep Wizards and bring that back at some point, or else I will.
That's the last time I'm ever going to mention Wizards.
No!
The movie I've wanted to watch for years.
Can't believe I thought it was Star Wars, because I was like, I can't pick Star Wars because then we got to do the trilogy, but I have to do a horror movie.
You fool. You think I would do that to you? I probably would.
You probably would.
I don't think I'm going to use my trilogy card on Star Wars or all things. Because then I have to watch, like, everything that's come out lately, and I'm just like...
No, it would only be the trilogy.
Oh, you'd say the first 6?
Yeah, the first 3.
3?
As in, well, because it's a trilogy.
Oh, it's a trilogy.
You use the card, and even if there's more movies, it's only for 3.
I would say the trilogy is the first 3, the second 3, and the third 3, right? That's a trilogy of 3.
Well, that's fair.
No, it isn't. It's bullshit.
I do want to review Star Wars at some point, but next week is not it, because next week...
Yeah.
Merlin. Well, in 2 weeks. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Goodbye.
Alakazam. We're watching Merlin. Bam.
Bam.